Hey, hello and welcome Reckless Wanderers. This is Robert again in week 5 of not having internet and playing on predictive. I must say actually predictive holds up pretty well. Actually, as you can see from the death counter, I threw myself against various things that made me dead, but I still actually enjoy playing this character, especially after I leveled 2 different ones. I tried to level a thick jerk with Tectonic Strike, realized that it has terrible single target. After that I leveled a fire-based Deadeye with bows with Blast Rain to realize that it has terrible single target. And then when I got back to this character, I actually found out that the single target on that guy is not that bad and that the map clear is still a lot of fun. So I just continued with it and went further into the center of the Atlas. I have now 135 maps completed, and I actually finally managed to get City Square and all the yellow maps to drop. So now I can use 3 sextants and my red map completion looks pretty well as well. Plus there's a Donger here, whatever. And also after 3 days and 22 hours and 11 minutes on this character, I finally managed to find one of the portal beasts. So I have no idea what this guy does and what's gonna happen here. I'm just gonna click craft and then we see where we end up with. I still don't have a 6-link. This is still all 5-link shenanigans. That was pretty easy. Saqawal's Roost. I still don't have a lore weave. Hang on, I want to click that thing. Okay, there we go. Okay, one mistake I made, I didn't bring necromancy nets, but I'm hoping that I can just catch him like this. So let's see what this is all about. So yeah, still no... Is that a thing that I can capture? No. So I don't think I can handle any Guardians or even Red Elder. I'm gonna try. So I do have, I think, 2 Hydra maps and also 1 other Guardian map. I just dinked level 93, so now is actually a great time to try it out because I don't lose any XP. And in general, what are you? Ooh! Okay, whatever it is, it deals a lot of damage. Don't stand in the red things. Can I reset portals? I can. That's good to know. Okay, yeah. Alright, so let's try to play this a little bit smarter this time and not stand in the red shit. So when the red stuff dies, then things deals damage, I guess. Yeah. Pretty big AoE. Alright. Cool. And I still, that was my next chance to grab necromancy nets. Oh well. Next time. Actually, I don't have any idea how big those areas are. So this might be a very long video again. In which case I totally apologize. Okay, that's the next interesting thing. They're not too tanky, so if I actually pay attention to what's happening... The totems die all the time. This is like the most annoying thing on this characters. On this character also, when I ran a Tal Breach, she wrecked me so hard I couldn't kill her because Tal kept freezing all the totems. And I couldn't deal any damage to her. Then I did Ashe shortly after, and Ashe was just super easy because yeah, she also killed my totems, but my totems could at least deal some damage because they weren't chilled and frozen all the time. Okay, here we go. Sasquatch! So, I'm gonna shut up for a minute to see what the mechanics of that fight are. I hear interesting sounds. There's ads. Let's get Fortify. I'm bleeding, that's not good. And net. And I got the boots. That's actually pretty good because these boots, I might actually use them. That was really good. Because I have less movement speed as with this boots, but I get more uptime on the damage buff, and I have a shit ton of life and mana regen, which could be really, really helpful. Plus I don't have to craft the aspect actually, so I might try that out. Cool stuff. Let's go back to the hideout. So the music is not that intimidating and loud while we finish up this video. Actually, let's go to the epilogue town, because why not? So yeah, in terms of character progression, nothing too dramatic happened. I still have the exact same items that I had the last time. One thing I noticed, especially after playing the other characters, is that this character, like all generic spellcaster Hierophant totems, are just so easy to gear because you don't need any unique items. Basically, apart from the flasks and the Singularity, which is a pretty shitty scepter, which could be replaced by any good Void Scepter if I eventually found one. Gearing is just so comfortable and so easy. I really noticed that difference compared to the Marauder and to the Ranger. And also, I found out that survivability-wise, it's actually pretty cool to have a hybrid character like this, because these 2000 energy shield, they actually protect my mana pool as well. Since I'm mind over matter, if I didn't have any energy shield, my mana disappears if I take a very big hit, and then I can't cast my totems. That's actually a problem. But since I have this energy shield buffer, my mana is protected. So I actually started to like this playstyle very, very much. When I'm going to continue to gear, I'm going to check if I can get my chaos resistance up a little bit more, because this is the more scary stuff right now. But then again, I also, Pantheon-wise, I invested in getting the poison immunity here, and I'm just missing the last Pantheon power for Arakali to be a little bit more chaos resistant against damage over time there, and then this should be fine as well. And in terms of passive tree, I was thinking about maybe grabbing Righteous Decree, but since I don't think I'm gonna go dual curse anyway, I'm just keep everything as it is. I'm gonna try out the aspect next, and then maybe skip Arctic Armor, see if that feels good, or even use both and see how I can do with the reduced mana pool while I still go to get that last jewel socket. I'm not quite sure what I can put into that jewel apart from the generic life and damage stuff. I did find a Grand Spectrum that gives me a good chunk of elemental damage, but yeah, I don't know. I probably would need more to justify this. So let's see how this goes. Definitely I'm going to continue to play with this character since I've grown quite fond of it, and I'm going to try to at least get a chance to Face Shaper, see how long I can hold out against him, and then yeah, see what happens. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.